It's time to Nerdfights. Working culture collides in a world full of thrills. We've got the filter fingers. Race that ignite the debates that announce their opinions and debates that ignite. Mr. Know-It-All, yeah, he's alright, bringing you the latest in movie shows and all things tight. But hold on to your war course, don't let him slip, cause the real captain here is SaltyTrekker on the ship. Navigating the cosmos, pop culture's delight. Debating what's nerdy, we keeping it tight. You know what that means, so don't lose sight. It's time to fight. Nerd fights. Navigating the cosmos, pop culture's delight. Debating what's nerdy, we keeping it tight. You know what that means, so don't lose sight. It's time to fight. Nerd fights.
Y'all know what it is. It's Friday night. Time to get your nerd on. We got Mr. Know-It-All, the SaltyTrekker and Danny Dorkknight. Are y'all ready? Aight, here we go. If you're looking for me, you know where to find me. Cause tonight is going down. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Nerd Fights. I'm your host, Mr. Know-It-All, and joining me going round robin is, of course, the captain of this starship, SaltyTrekker. Sir, how are you tonight?
Hey, I got to see the
Out the gate? I don't even get to introduce anybody
He
else.
asked you how you are.
Yes, I know, and this is my answer.
How are you, my friend?
Wait. I got to see a movie.
I mean, at
How
least
are you, my friend?
at least he's talking to all of us. There isn't one person he's literally talking to and
Yes.
looking at them on the screen.
The whole time.
How are you, my friend? Was the question.
I have to tell you about this experience.
Yeah, but I'm curious how you are though.
You'll understand. Just give me a second.
I'll
Give me a
understand.
second.
Okay.
I guess you will understand.
All right. I'm paying
Because I
attention.
saw this movie
Man wants
just
me
a
to
couple
drink
of
again.
hours
That's
ago,
what it is.
and so it defines how I'm doing right now. And that movie is The Bride, and The Bride is a modern adaptation of Frankenstein, starring Christian Bale as the monster. And I can honestly say that this is the worst movie of the year so far and will probably be the worst movie of the year, period. Do not, don't see it. Don't let your kids see it. Don't let your enemies see it. It is the worst piece of crap I've seen in a long time. Unless you happen to be a militant feminist who gets off on the idea of women dying
Hey,
and
that
coming
being
back.
said,
and
next
forth.
up is our good buddy, Lord Reloaded. James, how are you, sir?
He's going to want to see the movie now.
So I was walking down the street. I was thinking to myself, how could I talk about some random shit that doesn't matter when they ask me how I'm doing? And I thought, I could talk about how I'm walking down the street and thinking about this. And I just have to say, I can't wait to watch The Bride. I've heard some good things about it.
All right, and then, of course, as always, is Danny the Dorkknight. Sir, how are you this evening? Did you mute yourself? I didn't do it. Salty, did you mute
I'm
him?
well, thank
Okay.
you. That's how you answer that question, gentlemen.
Do you do it while it's muted, or do we unmute first?
Yeah.
'Cause
I
I'm
don't know
just
which
curious
one
how
of you
it's done.
queers muted me, but
Okay.
ha ha.
Whoa. Whoa.
Shots fired. Wow.
Do we
Somebody
need to
came
bring
in-
up what was going on in the conversation before we started the show?
So, yeah, I mean, just on that topic, you can call me what you want, but your mom wasn't calling me that when she talked to me. Okay, so
Wow.
Should I just start calling you daddy then?
You, you know,
Pretty soon,
you'd have
yeah.
something in common with her if you did that. I mean,
Wow! Whoa!
Touche, sir.
Shots
Touche.
fired, sir.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Looks like as Thomas comes in, looks like a sausage fest tonight. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate you, brother. It's good stuff.
I mean,
We ought to send. You know what would be more fun than
first
last week?
one's free.
We
It's
should
one
send
thing.
my mom the link and have her join us. That
Oh,
would be
that's fun. That would be funny. So the way the show normally works is we talk about entertainment things that we've seen. Obviously, Salty got finished watching The Bride, said don't do it. I do know before we get started though, Danny requested the floor for a brief moment. So, sir, I'm going to give you the floor because I know what you would like to just kind of go off about for a few seconds. So go for it.
Thank you. So I finally finished watching all 10 seasons of The Blacklist, and did I not see like this coming. So
Should I put
first of
spoilers
all,
up?
yes, definitely. I'm spoiling this. I mean, even though the finale was 3 years ago now, I am spoiling this. Raymond Reddington was Katerina Rostova the whole time. What? What?
Blows your mind, doesn't it?
And so I got really upset. Oh, right over my face. That's
Not on purpose.
okay. It looked funny. I thought it was. So yeah, I was really bummed a few seasons back. I guess it would have been season 8 when he was dating Anne. Was the character's name? Famous actress. She's actually Uhura's mom in real. Uhura from Strange New Worlds' mom in real life. Beautiful black woman. She's, I guess, famous musical theater actress, and in Liz killed her, and that's when I was like, remember I was texting you guys like, "F Liz, I hope she dies. I can't stand it." It was because of that. So now I'm thinking, wait a minute, if Raymond was a woman,
I gotta pause you
how
for 2
did that
seconds.
work?
I gotta pause. Are we really spoiling a 13-year-old finale or something like that right now?
Well, look, man, I just want to say, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling it. I
No, you're
burned
good.
10 seasons in what, like 2 months? However long I've been back with you guys. I couldn't stop watching it. It was so good. And mom, I love you, but bless your heart.
Penny, of course,
I
is referring there in the comments to Tatiana Maslany, who's in
who was
yesterday's episode
She-Hulk.
of Starfleet.
Not anymore. Apparently they're recasting her. So I look, I'll be quick. Highly recommend it. Very, very good show.
Okay.
The ending, I will say though, the finale, the way the show ends, since you don't want, well, you got the spoiler alert. He gets killed by a bull. Really? That's how they take him out? The F, man. Great show though. Hey, any comment in the? Do me a favor, guys. I need a new show to watch. Put it in the comments for me. What I should try to watch next, please.
You should probably try to watch Starfleet Academy because I mean we talk about it a lot, so it might be good.
I mean,
Well,
here's-
obviously, I'm
so
talking about
here's-
something that's out. I can binge. That's been.
So
out,
you may not know this. You may not know this, but this is actually kind of like a media show where we talk about all kinds of different series and stuff. So you could, if you wanted to, there's a couple of things that you might want to watch. We have a couple of suggestions for.
Drop them in the comments if you want to
might-
hear my old fat ass talk about it. Just throw it in the
You've
comments.
talked.
I need a new show.
You have talked more about the Blacklist than you have about Starfleet Academy in the last 8 episodes that we've done. So if you
Well, I got a
hoping
lot.
that
I even
changes.
took notes. I got a lot. to tell you.
Woo! I'm excited.
Today's
I'm
episode.
excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. No, but seriously, all right. So if you guys want to just, well, no, I wanted real quick to talk about the. Did you guys catch the Green Lantern trailer?
Oh, I got something to say about that too. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, nice. Uh-oh.
Salty doesn't
Well, hang
sound
on.
like he likes it.
Who should, okay,
I can-
you want to go? You
I'll
want
go
to go
first.
first?
I was really excited. So I'm not a huge comic book fan. Like Salty's a bigger comic book fan. The one thing about art that I really like, the one thing about movies and stuff, is that it pushes the envelope and that it actually makes us question things. And I'm really glad that they're moving forward. Like the whole taking the, basically like taking over and wanting to be the next person, like wanting to step ahead and just passing the torch. That's the word I was looking for. Like the passing of the torch from the old Lantern to the new Lantern, I think is really powerful. I think it's a good thing that speaks to our culture. I'm really excited about the fact that when you consider like our culture and everything, like how white people have like been on top and stuff, and now you have this person who is basically past his prime, kind of like what we're seeing like in the truth, and now it's time to pass the torch to those who can take it. And I think it's really a modern day take on society, and I'm actually super excited about it.
I don't know the actor's name that's playing Hal Jordan. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. I actually like that actor. And I like his take.
Hollywood, not Hollywood Nights.
What's his I mean, I've seen him in a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
Friday Night Lights?
Friday Night
that
Lights.
it?
He was also
Is
in
it?
Godzilla, the second one.
He was in Godzilla. That's probably where anyway, I like his take on Hal. It's what I've seen in the trailer anyway. Yeah.
I did too, and again, I think it's with culture. An old aging man that doesn't want to give something up, but should, and isn't really doing a good job about it, giving it to someone who can take it, to a minority. I love it.
They're dropping F-bombs in that trailer. Did you notice that?
I was excited about that, actually. So
I was shocked. I was like, wait, what?
I think it takes it to the next level. I think it's something that they really have pressed upon, that they really do. We're not in the 70s anymore. It's okay to actually express yourself, because these things happen in the real world, and it actually just connects with the audience.
I can't tell if Laura's being sarcastic just to troll Salty based off of Salty's actions. I'm actually agreeing with Laura right now, which is
I'm being completely honest. I mean every word.
Okay. I mean, okay. All right, cool. All right.
That's awesome. Salty, thoughts about the trailer?
Well, first of all, Danny,
you're beat red, by the way, Salty.
Anytime Laura says I'm being completely honest, he's not. Just so you know.
I'm so gullible.
However, yeah, I found
Salty is not
now,
about.
I have
not
no,
to interrupt you, but you're about to get upset about a show that a black man is actually able to succeed in, and there's no attack on lesbians. Just factual. Continue
we
on.
don't know. The show's not out yet. But anyway.
Okay, fair enough. But that's not why I'm going, because Jon Stewart, who is the black man in question, is a character from the comics, and Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan fought alongside each other.
Tell me about the black character from the comics, white man.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
No,
are we talking about the Daily Show?
Hey, back off. He's married to a black woman.
That's
okay.
true.
He can basically talk as a black man. Continue on.
Hold on.
Continue on.
May I say something about Laura's comment right there, real quick, please? The fact that he's married to a black woman, I was thinking about this the other day because somebody said it to me, doesn't really mean that you're not racist. If anything, it just means you're kind of like a slave owner.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God, I've never thought of this.
And that's
Somebody
what,
literally said that to me the other day. So
and that's what
okay.
I was saying last time when I was saying my best friend was black. I was trying to make the fact that it doesn't matter. But yes, he's absolutely right.
Okay, so let me rephrase then to make Mr. Know-It-All happy. I will not comment on Jon Stewart's character at all. However, he is now no longer allowed to talk about Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner, Superman, or any other white male character in the DCU.
So he only gets to talk about 4 characters. That's not fair.
Well, hey, you know what? Representation is growing.
So now, hold on. So now
Salty doesn't
restricted by the white man in charge.
By the way,
Salty doesn't make the rules. Okay.
Example of the white man holding a brother down. What the hell, dude?
Hey, you know what? If us white men were holding the brother down, we
don't
wouldn't have
lump me into
allowed
that
Jon
shit.
Stewart to rise to power.
Yeah, if us white men were holding the black man down, you'd see things like a majority of white characters being the superheroes, and then a man saying that you can't talk about them anymore, and not pointing out the fact that only white actors got the mainstay back in the '60s when he was born. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Not just actors, but comic characters. I do want to say though, my son's generation, there's a whole generation of kids who only know Jon Stewart because of that cartoon as Green Lantern. So I think it's
like that. That's true. He's right. That's true.
Yeah. Like my son, when the Green Lantern movie came out, he's like, "Dad, why is he white?" I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding.
He thought they whitewashed Green Lantern.
Yeah, they thought they whitewashed him. I'd explain it to him. Yeah.
My problem is I have zero faith now in the James Gunn DCU. because out of the 5 projects that we've seen stuff for,
There's been black people in it.
only one of them, the Superman movie, is in any way, shape, or form family friendly, and I do not like that.
Well, isn't he on
think-
his way out? I
Because
just read an
hold
article.
on, hold on. This is I'm
Sorry.
Okay. I understand. Look, you want dark, gritty, dirty superheroes. Watch The Boys. Watch Invincible. Watch things that are
I
designed.
thought that's
to
what
be
Zack
that way.
Snyder
But
tried.
dude, Zack Snyder didn't have all the characters dropping f-bombs 3 times in the trailer.
You're
in the
making my
teaser.
point. You're making my point for me. Thank you. Yeah.
No, my point is that's unnecessary. That's gratuitous, and you are purposely alienating the very people that superheroes rose for. The reason superheroes became popular in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s was not because 30 and 40-year-olds were reading comic books. Newsflash, was because 8 to 12-year-olds were reading comic books. Then, as the late 80s to 90s, comic book sales started to plummet. Why? Because all of a sudden the publishers got this brilliant idea that comic books needed to be more adult. And as comic books became more adult, their audience disappeared. And today, a best-selling comic book would have been a laughingstock 30 years ago.
All right. So
I thought we were
my
talking
first-
about movies.
But
real quick,
what we're
with-
seeing though in the James Gunn movies,
I'm
that
right here.
same
Hello.
thing.
Hi, I'm here. Hi.
Hey, let the black man talk.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
thinking opportunity to comments because the I think you've oversimplified something. Okay, you said and then comics were started being made for older people, and that they decided to follow. At one point, they decided to just latch onto that audience and then stay there. The problem is every so often they kept wanting to try to retcon or do these big events, and they realized people bought at the events, and it's mainly our demographic. There aren't as many young people buying comics as used to buy comics, so they have to start talking to the audience that showed up. I mean, you can't. How do you? Like, I get where you're coming from. At the same time, how do you deal with? That's just the reality of the situation.
May I say
think
something
you're
to back up
putting the
that
effect before
point?
the cause.
Really
Because-
quick. Or no. Okay.
Hold on. The comic book audience dropped because the comic books got darker. The comics books didn't get darker because the audience dropped.
Had nothing to do with the internet or anything like that. Danny, what were you saying?
It didn't.
So,
It was
so
pre-
up until my comic book collection was sadly stolen, I used to go to the comic shop every single Wednesday, and I would go and get my titles out of my box, hang out there for like an hour, talk with Burke and Roland and Brian and all the other nerds that would come in there. And guess what? They all look like me. You know what I mean? They're all my age.
because there's nothing for kids anymore.
This is fascinating hearing about your friends.
But
we've
no.
never
But what
met.
I'm saying
Yeah.
is, it's a medium that kind of like grew up with us. I got into comics as a kid, and I keep reading them, and I gravitate. I don't read comics anymore because of what happened. But when I was, I was gravitating
This is great.
toward.
I'm enthralled.
Let me ask you a question based on what you're saying right there.
No, Danny, I want to hear it, but Danny.
No, I get
Danny, look at me. Look at Danny. Thank you. Tell me what you were going to say without giving me your history. What were you going to say? I was interested in what you were going to say.
I just
I
feel
don't
like-
give a damn about Burke, but I'm interested in what you
Fair
have to
enough. I feel like they were just trying to grow with their audience, which is something that Star Trek right here could take a cue from, because now they're abandoning their audience.
That's exactly what Trek is doing.
No, they're
Trek
going
is-
for the kids now.
Trek
They're
is
going for the
trying
kids
to
now.
be more adult now.
It's not.
No, they're going.
Yeah,
No, it's
why-
not. Young adult. Young adult.
Young adult is not.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what?
not
But
gritty.
I'm sorry, but comic books are trying to appeal for shock value and for the same kind of crap we see on Starfleet Academy. Let's sexy it up. Let's make it super appealing to a bunch of horny people that want to see.
Because when
in
you think
defen-
comic
it-
books, you think horny people. I'm sorry.
Well, look, no. I was just going to say, to qualify the things I'm saying, I have not picked up a comic book in a little over 5 years. So December 28th, 2018 was when my collection was stolen. It broke my heart. I stopped reading comics. So maybe it's changed in the last 5 years. I don't know, but I'm just saying up until then, that's how it was. for me anyway.
And actually, so the darkification of comics began with the Dark Knight Returns. It
Right.
did
And in
incredible.
1986.
It redefined
Frank Miller.
the way people thought about comic books and the way people kind of saw how stories could be told. And so it wasn't so much that they do like everybody else does. You follow the attention, and there are people who maybe have darker style stories to tell, and of course the market overcorrects, and that's why you end up
here's what
era in the
happens.
late 80s.
Because
You know,
I have
equivalent of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, in the boxes right over there, I have the Dark Knight Returns, I have the Watchmen, I have Crisis on Infinite Earths, I have all the stuff that came out in the later '80s that caused the darkening.
You're having the same problem Danny has. That's wonderful. I don't care about
No,
your
but
comic.
no, hear me out. Hear me
No,
out.
this is all fascinating. Please tell me
I'm
more
getting
about
to
what's
an
in your
actual
house.
point here. The Dark Knight Returns was phenomenally successful, right?
We know.
And it was the darkest, grittiest thing that a lot of people had
No,
seen.
this is
at that
fantastic. Tell me more about the Dark Knight.
point.
The comic book that we
I'm
now
getting to it.
Yeah, the comic book that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Please tell me more about it.
It's not the fact that it's Batman. It's that it was this dark, gritty comic book became a huge hit, and so then all of a sudden everybody got the idea of, oh well, let's just make everything that way. And when you make everything that it's just like when we see, I think part of the reason that the Zack Snyder DCEU failed is because they tried to make everything look like Batman. And you can't do that. Batman is supposed to be the dark character in DC. He's not. It's not that Superman is supposed to be the only character that's
Okay, so
not.
can we circle this back to what this has to do with?
No,
'cause
this
I
is fascinating. I want us to continue talking about it.
I do know it does have something to do with it, but that's what I'm saying. Because we've spread out really far. Come back to the trailer.
Right. So, so when we look at the trailer and we look at now, we have this show. We have Peacemaker, Supergirl, and that monster show are all focused on being basically adult content, and these are freaking superheroes. All right.
I don't call them adult content. I feel like that's an extremity. I don't know that I would call it that. Like,
Really, you wouldn't call the monster show adult content?
What are you talking about? Which one? No. I didn't say no. I didn't say one or two of them are. You're making out like every
Peacemaker.
single one of these. Peacemaker is also.
Yeah. From the looks of it, Green Lantern.
That's not true at all because he curses. I'm sorry. When was the last time you actually watched a
When
true
have
crime
you ever
show
seen
or some
3
kind of
F-bombs in a
procedural?
teaser trailer?
I'm talking about you watch any. When was the last time you watched the rated R trailer for a red band trailer for?
This
what do
wasn't
you
a
call it?
Red Band movie trailer. This was a TV show. Supposedly, this is supposed to be. Hal Jordan is right up there with Kal-El as far as being Mr. Nice Guy in the comic books, and
Since
so now.
when? He literally was the main villain who almost destroyed the entire comic book universe at one point. But yes, tell me again.
Blackest Night, right?
Darkened
That
everything.
was in
Yeah.
Blackest Night, right?
Twice. Blackest Night was the second time. The first time was back in 0 Hour when he became friggin' Parallax himself. Like, come on, man. At the end of the day, everybody wants to romanticize this thing. We haven't even watched it. And here's the other thing. I'm sorry you can sit here and say, well, not according to my feelings. James Gunn hasn't failed yet. When he does, I can see the point. But until such time, I'm going to trust the man to tell stories because he tells winning
I would say
stories
James Gunn
well.
has failed with the Monster Show. He's failed with Peacemaker.
Glad that you're
he-
the one who
and-
thinks that. Ratings disagree.
Yeah, entertainment is subjective.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'm gonna try to inject some positivity. Did you guys? We're all of similar in age. Did you guys remember Wizard, the Wizard magazine?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
That's amazing.
okay, so there's a new thing coming out, and because I'm trying to maybe my therapist says I shouldn't let the guy kill my love of comics, and I should get back into comics. So there's this new book coming out. It's supposed to be like Wizard. It's the size of a comic book. It's called Comics the Magazine, and it's basically like this generation's Wizard is what they're hoping it's going to be. And I have the distinct honor of this is their first
What is this
issue.
podcast?
Check this out. This is their first issue. I'm so proud of this. I'm so excited. It's not out yet. It's coming out next week. This is a full page ad I designed and made. That's in it
Very nice.
right here.
Okay, that's cool.
So I'm super stoked about that.
I
Might
hate
actually get me back into comic books.
I hate
So
that it
anyway.
took us 20 minutes to get there, but that is really cool, man. Congratulations.
That's actually what I do.
I got a question that's not related to that. So how come Salty can interrupt you and not get like a 30 fucking minute dialogue where it's like, oh, you don't listen to me, you don't want to have a conversation. He can interrupt you all the live long fucking day. But if I say one word, then I gotta
Look,
shut up and put my thing.
because you're not dying, Salty is. So there's that. He plays that card, you know. So.
He really does. It's funny. What is this podcast? Mr. Know-It-All, what is this fucking podcast?
When did I say?
Okay, so let's talk about. So we talk about the Star Trek episode.
It's a joke.
I personally would like.
I mean, we're all dying to be fair, but
Exactly.
Let's a hot take.
closer to it based on age.
I'm going to actually give that table to Lord to begin. Give us your hot take about the episode, sir.
I actually would like to go last if I could. Is that okay?
Yeah, we can do that. All right. So then, Danny, you want to go first? Or you want to give it to Salty?
Oh, I want to give it to Salty. Yeah.
All righty, Salty, going to set the stage for us.
Set the stage for us.
Hot take for Starfleet Academy.
If this was
Don't
the
go full rant. Don't go full rant. It's just hot
I'm
take.
not. This is my hot take. If this was the third episode of the series, I think that I would be optimistic about the series. Because it's the penultimate episode, I think it's garbage.
Okay.
Well, that's a hot take. All right.
Hey,
Now
all
I'll
right.
go.
Now we'll go back to Danny. Danny, go for it, brother.
Okay, so hot take, short, sweet, succinct. At the end of this episode, I said, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see the next one." That's what TV's supposed to do. That's my hot take.
You know what? I find that actually fair. I'm sure we'll dissect it, but that's not
Yeah.
that isn't a bad definition. And again, I've always said before that old Fantastic Four movie from the '90s. I walked out of that theater not thinking I'd seen like an opus to anything. I said I had a good time. I was worth the hour and a half and the popcorn. I'm happy. You know what I mean? And whereas people, I know the movie isn't like a cinematic masterpiece today, but it was entertaining, and sometimes entertaining is enough. So I feel you on that, brother. I really do appreciate that take. My take is that I do agree with Salty. I feel like there's underneath everything there's a better show. There really is, because there's a lot of moving parts that actually look really good. But by the time I got to the end of this episode, I realized that from episode 1 to now, all I've been doing is moving that red thread around my crazy corkboard to the little things that are great. But they're so few and far between that I'm like, God bless. Why didn't they go with that show? So I feel like at some point or another, I'm going to do a video on my channel where I just break down what the better version of the show might have actually been, because I wish I'd have seen that show.
Oh, I'll watch that. That sounds fun. If I may, before Laura goes, when I was doing my research, when we talk later about my stuff, guess what I watched? I watched your review of Strange New Worlds Hegemony, which was before you joined us, which was a review you did before you joined us. And I was like, and I found it on accident because I was specifically looking for reviews of that show, and I'll explain why later. And it tickled me pink that you were in like the top 3 when I was doing that search. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. No, it means the world. Laura, sir, it is your turn for your hot take.
Well, that didn't go the way I expected to go. I'm gonna be honest with you. I overall liked it. I think that sorry, the middle of my sentence interrupted whatever the fuck that was. Continue on.
Oh, hell's frozen over. You liked it? Oh God.
It's all right. It's gonna be okay. Hey, Dorkknight, why don't you go ahead and give us like the background to your entire like life before you tell us how you like the video and stuff like that. I think we should do, I know you can't do it, but the rest of us that can do alcohol, we should take a shot every time he has a backstory for every opinion and see who falls out first. So anyway, I lost my complete train of thought. It was all right. I thought it was a decent episode. There were 2 cringeworthy parts, 2 pieces that don't completely, but break the character and aren't consistent with what we saw in the past. I really liked the shuttle part. I thought it was funny. I actually laughed out loud when, what's his name, Caleb, fish guy, when he was drunk, saying, "Are we kidnapping Genesis?" I thought that was hilarious. I laughed out loud at that. I thought that was like one of the funniest things I'd seen all day. Overall, it was decent. I think there was some consistency to it and things like that. I don't know that it would be like a good show if it was the second one. I do think that our opinions would be different about this episode if it was the third and not the 8th or 9th or whatever we're at. The reason why I think it's a little bit better for people is because we're comparing it to the last 8 episodes. But I don't think it would have got the hate if they had started here.
May I ask a question? And this can be to everybody, but Laura, you made me think of this. Do you think so? Like when I watched the Voyager episode I was talking to you guys about before we went live, it was episode 21 of 26. So there were 26 episodes in a season. We're getting 10 episodes a season. Do you think we'd be a little bit more forgiving if this were 2020? Like if this were like, you know what I mean? Like episode 9 of 26. You know what I mean? Versus episode 9 of 10. I'm just curious.
I think if they were going to do what they're going to do, that they needed to have 20 episodes. Because each episode before this, almost every episode, was introducing a different character and setting up who they were. And that's all the season was. So I think that you'd need 20 episodes if you wanted to have an actual arc.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think that hurts it. What do you think, guys? Know-it-all, Salty, whoever. Any
Salty,
thoughts
go
on
ahead.
that?
I think from the beginning, this episode, the series suffered from too many people, and
Well, do you think more episodes would have helped that? Is my question.
I don't think that more episodes per se is a solution, because if we had gotten 20 episodes like the last 8, then it would have just been more crap.
Okay.
And so because it's all, the problem is that I think that we can be forgiving of a bad episode if it's 1 out of 20, but if right now, if you're looking at the track record of this show, at best you could say 3 out of 9.
Oh my God, is that person naked?
What are you talking about?
There's a naked person in your background, dude.
Right now. Oh, she's not. Put that stuff on. What the hell are you talking about? I'm live. Like I am every Friday.
Sorry.
Every Friday at 7. They did.
I just saw titties. Oh my God.
You didn't. She's wearing a shirt, but that's fantastic.
Skin tone? Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
No, I just love for a brief moment that Danny gets to grill Laura, because that never happens. Even if it's just for a split second, I was
You know
like,
what? You know what? You got me. There is a skinny Asian that isn't wearing any clothes in my house. You got me.
what else did we expect?
Yeah, that's exactly what you're talking about.
Hey man, at least she's not like chained up like Black Snake Moan or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a white guy. I'm a white guy that's been divorced in my 40s. Of course, there's a naked Asian chick in my house. What the fuck are you talking? Welcome to America, my fellow brother in Christ.
Welcome
Anyway.
to America.
Oh my God.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
I mean, anybody who's surprised by that doesn't know American culture. Anyway, let's continue on.
Yeah, where were we?
Continue on to the show.
You see, now you need to make
Salty.
Laura's full screen.
Hey, look
so
at my
that
mom.
we
Hey, can I
wait
put that
for it to
without
come
getting
out
yelled
again.
at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I love about your mom. She's very open
love
to
her.
new ideas. She didn't get
I
upset
love my mother. Yeah,
when
she's
she
awesome.
saw a naked
man.
woman in my house. She was okay with it, which is what I love about your mom.
She
But
laughed
anyway,
about it. Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she was.
I thought it was weird. She was like, "Hey," are you like, "What? What's going on, Betty?"
She probably swings. Who knows? I don't want to know.
Wow. Never want to hear. Wow.
Yeah.
What has this show become, bro?
Are you talking about your mom?
Yeah, but I don't want to know. But yeah.
Okay, so I don't know about swinging.
That
I don't know about swinging. We haven't done that, but I'm just saying your mom was real comfortable with the naked Asian chick in my house, so it's whatever.
Okay, Daddy.
It's all right. Yeah, I'm glad. I like that. You're not the only 40-year-old that calls me that. So anyway, what's going on? What are we talking? What the fuck is this podcast, Mr. Know-It-All? What the hell are we? What
I
are we doing?
don't know what's happening.
What's going on?
I thought we were talking about the Star Trek episode.
I'm just glad that didn't happen on my channel.
I
That
actually
would've
really
sucked.
do like because you kind of you challenged me, sir, up there, and I did my due diligence. I watched like
Proud of you.
I,
Let's do
I,
it.
I watched a Deep Space Nine episode. I watched a Voyager episode. That and I'm here to bring some facts, man.
You bring the
wanna
noise.
talk,
I love it.
if you want to talk shit about this episode, this was the, in my opinion, most Star Trek episode we've gotten out of this.
What?
I got proof, man. I got my notes right here on this screen took the time to. Well, I didn't type on my voice. I dictated them, but I edited them.
Did you talk to Nova about it? Did Nova help you out?
No, Nova's stupid, man. Okay, so no, Nova is completely unreliable when it comes to Star Trek. She hallucinates. You've heard of this term, right? With AI, hallucinating.
Correct.
She makes shit up. She'll tell me something. I'll think it sounds perfect. I go to fact check it, and I'll go back. I'm like, what the hell? What are you talking? This never happened. What are you talking about? So I don't consult Nova about Star Trek anymore at all. Like I just don't.
Mike, why do you think we don't simulcast this show anymore? Okay, all right? I'm just saying. Let's just be real.
I mean, we haven't talked about Starfleet Academy at all, and it's how long?
Let's do it.
Active live.
Let's get it. Let's get
34 minutes in. No, let's talk about the show for real. I
Year's End.
I do no Year's End, which by the way, I hate title cards. It makes it feel so, especially when they look like pedestrian ones that anybody could have made in DaVinci Resolve with like an already made thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, what is this giant text title card? It's just, I don't know.
This show's like what, 3 million per episode, and that's what we get. But yeah, I feel you.
I mean, the other thing is I feel like the characters are so bipolar. And I'm not trying to be offensive to people who are bipolar, because Lord knows, man, 1 minute the characters are
reminded me to take my bipolar meds.
The next minute they're the best of friends who have apparently grown tight and bonded through all of the various adventures they've had, which is none. So I don't know. It's
I mean, there are a couple.
Well, I think that's the problem with this only being 10 episodes, and I think if you look at the Admiral Vance, I think is his name. They made his beard longer because they want to show like a passage of, because we go from fall semester to spring semester to Year's End in the span of 9 episodes. You know what I mean? So I think they're putting too much on the audience to assume that these cadets, these friends, have been through more than we've seen, which is a big problem with streaming episodes only having 10 per season. I'm kind of hung up on that. Sorry, but anyway.
Well, I think they had two they're not character breaking, but they're not consistent either. Like when he went off on Genesis, and Genesis being like, I don't care about anyone else, that breaks at least 2 episodes.
Well, that's later. Let's somewhat try.
Oh, I apologize. I was actually talking about the show. I apologize. Continue
No.
Continue telling me about Rourke or Broke or whatever the fuck your friend's name was.
That was why are you living in the past? You're like a female. Let's like kind of somewhat chronologically go through the.
Hard to believe this isn't a popular podcast. Anyway, I'm sorry. What's up with my eye? What the fuck's up with my eye? It only goes away when I'm actually looking at my eye. All right, continue.
I'm dying here. Okay, so what were you saying now? Because I'm blown away by the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde Danny I've created. So let's go.
What are you upset about, Danny? Why are you upset?
Oh, I'm not upset at all. I just don't.
You gonna be okay?
Not upset at all. I will say. No, I was having a mini stroke. I will say.
I was worried about you.
I will say. Let me ask you guys this then. What do you think? Because I was when I watched this the second time, I was watching it with my good friend MJ, and I was saying that I really like Sam now. I did not like her before. I liked her in this episode a lot.
I agree. I like this new iteration of Sam also. No, I
Talk
do.
about that, please. Yes.
So for me, what I dug the most was all of a sudden she has a personality. Now, by the way, after the show last week, the guys were able to clarify their point that I wasn't understanding fully. So it makes a little more. It makes more sense about the way they explained how to program it. And so I do concede that point from last week. I just figure I want to take care of that. But at the same time, so her character this week, for whatever reason, I thought was very tolerable. And then when she self-evaluated, and you can tell she's like embarrassed by her old self, I was like, all right, well, that's the right energy to have.
I loved it, man.
Transition would have happened a little smoother, but overall, but then who she becomes in terms of this like weird cheerleader to Caleb, though again, nothing. By the way, nothing in this episode feels earned, but they were able to carry me along for the ride. And it was fun, and I had a good time with it. And so when she suddenly, because at one point, spoilers for everything. At one point, Caleb's telling everybody off in the ever so classic effort to push them away. But when he turns to Sam, he's like, "And you," and she like assault hugs him. I was like,
bum rushes him and hugs him.
That's the move. I was like, that's the move.
That was the second time I cried in this episode, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
it was. Yeah,
Uh,
it was good.
But yeah, and Tatiana Maslany, I don't know why, I just don't believe her in anything. She does not fit for me. She-Hulk, I didn't like her. This, I'm like, are you Vulcan? Are you not? What's going on with your eyebrows? What's the whole look for? I don't know, man. I have issues with her characters and the way she characterizes them. And I can tell it's her because I don't like anything she's in. I just don't.
You know, it's funny that you say the Vulcan thing because with her new haircut, she kind of reminded me of T'Pol.
She wasn't. I didn't think she was Vulcan. Was she Vulcan?
No, she's
but
not. No.
but she's got the brows and the hair, and I'm like, what is
Yeah.
this doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe people are just biting the Vulcan style. Salty, what are you thinking, man? You're awfully quiet tonight.
Well, I didn't want to, step on anybody's toes because everybody's getting so sensitive today. But like I said at the beginning, I think that this would have been a great third episode. But as the penultimate episode, it's absolute garbage because they spend this. Well, I'm sorry. Of the last 8 episodes, 6 of them were completely just filler. I didn't care about much of what was going on in any of them. In the first episode, we set up the whole deal with Mir wanting to find mom and all that, and we're setting up that Starfleet Academy is something new. In the second episode, we're introduced to Dark Phoenix Betazoid chick, and that the Federation is now putting the capital on Betazed. Then, if you go right from that to this episode, to where, now Starfleet Academy, and it doesn't have to be the end of the school year. You could just say, hey, it's spring break or whatever. And so most of the
No,
kids
that was last week. Sorry.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying. I'm just,
Yeah.
For whatever reason, most of the kids are gone, and the exact same scenario happens where the ship gets isolated from the Federation. Now you've got a rest of a season set up because now you've got a ship with 3 experienced officers, 1 outlaw, and a handful of cadets trying to save the freaking Federation.
That's what I'm saying. 10 episodes is not enough.
No, it's not that 10 episodes is not enough. Doing this in the second to last episode is a cheap shot because what we're going to do is one of 2 things. Either next week, we're going to resolve this whole thing just like they keep doing on this stupid show where every problem is just hand waved away in the last 30 seconds, or it's just going to all be a setup for season 2.
I think we're gonna get I bet dollars to donuts, and we can do a friendly gentleman's bet if you guys want. I think we're gonna get a major cliffhanger. Is what I think is gonna happen.
Fuck this show. If they do that, fuck this show.
I think
They
that's
actually inferred that season 2, the ending of season 2 is going to be a cliffhanger too. Nah, fam, get fucked.
Even if but you know what? Just because look, Star Trek, for the most part, ever after the success of some of the cliffhangers from TNG, they started trying to end almost every season on a cliffhanger. If they ended on a cliffhanger, that's fine as long as the cliffhanger isn't that they're still stuck outside of the galaxy with all the Omega mines that are preventing the Federation.
Yeah, but when they've done that, there has been another season coming. There's no season 3 of Starfleet Academy. So
okay, you're speculating. You don't know. We're talking about season 1 right now. But Salty, let me ask you. You brought up a good point.
I apologize.
No,
don't go off topic at any point.
I'm not. No.
I'm saying if you do, I'll be there for you. But I apologize.
That's fine.
For going off
Salt,
topic, especially if you bring up future stuff. I'm going to be right there. Continue
Salty.
on.
So.
It's on.
What's the good?
Fun you and I are going to have, Dorkknight.
I'm okay, man. If
go talk to Salty.
So no. So. I don't think we've seen a cliffhanger as good as "I am Locutus of Borg. Resistance is futile." Like what cliffhanger have we? Like what true cliff? Like I remember, I was like what in middle school when that happened. Like I had to wait.
You know why that
6 months
because it was the first one. That's why.
Was that where you met your friend? That friend you were telling from the other story?
Oh, please, God, tell us more about that. Can you go back in the past and tell us all about your fucking friends, please? I'd love to hear about that.
No, sadly, I didn't meet any Star Trek friends until I was an adult. I had a very lonely childhood. It was just me and my mom watching Star Trek.
But the best of both worlds cliffhanger.
Why don't you tell us about the friends you met when you were an adult? I'd love
Shut up, Salty. What were you saying? The best of both worlds cliffhanger.
The best of both worlds cliffhanger was the first major cliffhanger in Star Trek. And
But it was
so,
a real
of course, it
cliffhanger.
has.
What's another one? Name me one more as good as that, or even close to it.
How about
any
we're
show.
going to retake Deep Space Nine?
I was actually going to talk about the one
That
where
was a good cliffhanger, right there.
That was a good
they
one.
were
Okay,
in
I'll give you that.
Victorian New York or whatever. Remember when they went back in time? I think with Time's Arrow or something.
Yeah.
Those Arrow ones with Data's head.
With
that was
with,
a fun
in Guinan, with the Mark Twain. That was a
yes.
good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You know, Scorpion.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that was right up there with Best of Both Worlds, and unlike Best of Both Worlds, Scorpion Part 2 delivered.
So have we established there's been like 12 great cliffhangers?
I think we just named 3 lore, but
Did we
okay,
do
you
that?
know,
Did we?
the transitive pro.
How many? How many? How many did we name?
Omni.
3.
Omni.
It was only
How do you
3.
say it?
No, I'm
What was
sorry.
that?
Nothing. I'm sorry. My entire job now is to pick a battle with Danny. That's what he's.
Oh, hey, this is
he
a
has
good
personally
comment.
asked me to do. So that's the rest of the show.
What do you guys think of this comment?
Oh, that's interesting, actually.
Well, no.
Probably
So
they write part 1 and then figure out part 2.
Yeah,
That
that's-
was true of Best of Both Worlds.
that's been true of a lot of Star Trek because Best of Both Worlds, was so popular, was so great, as Danny would put it, that it succeeded so much that they decided that was like a winning model when it was not a winning model, like in the slightest.
You did not like Best of Both Worlds, or?
I
Part
thought
2 was
it was fun. Yeah, I liked Best of Both. I liked Best of Both Worlds. I'm talking about the writing style, like writing the first part and having no idea what you were going to do with the second part. Like they did that with.
sure that Patrick Stewart was coming back.
Yeah, that
Well,
was the
that's
main
what
reason.
that's what I heard. I thought Patrick Stewart was like,
His
Right.
contract was up, and it was undecided to whether or not he was coming back.
yeah, okay.
And so I was on Team Riker, by the way. I was all
Dude,
for.
I
Captain
think it's
Riker.
so. Riker's been done so dirty. Like I was watching. I just finished rewatching Picard season 3. And
Why you gotta mention
Shelby.
that
Hold up.
He's
Shelby.
giving us a backstory.
Shelby. Hold up.
We're hearing again.
Shelby's an admiral while Riker's still a captain. That is a travesty. And who I was watching it with, they were like, "Well, yeah, that's just because Riker wanted to keep being a captain like Kirk." I was like, "Well, okay, maybe." Like,
Yeah,
what do you got?
Shelby is solid ambition. Shelby being an admiral doesn't surprise me at the slightest.
She got murdered in that episode, so whatever. You know.
I thought they did him pretty dirty when they killed off his son and presented a way of curing his son, but decided not to because there was a rule against it. So they just let his son die.
the synth ban.
Yeah, the synth ban
I
where
don't
they
talk
literally
about
could've-
Picard season 1 or 2.
where they
never
literally could have
happened.
saved his son, but they're like, "I'm sorry, we can't do synth ban, so you're gonna have to watch your son die a horrible death." I thought that was pretty dirty.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Well, I thought Picard.
They've been doing Riker dirty for like the last 30, 40 years, man.
No, you know what? Riker was only done right once, and that was in Best of Both Worlds Part 1. That is. I'm sorry. After that, Riker is just the guy that's waiting for Picard to die.
I don't know, man.
know?
And I know it doesn't mean anything because I cry all the time anyway. But when I was rewatching
You really
Picard
do.
season 3, that scene in the where he thinks he's going to die because they blow up the beacon, and he looks up and he just says, "I love you, Imzadi. You know, we'll be waiting for you." Like I started to tear up, and I've seen it, but it's like Wrath of Khan. It sucks, man. No matter how much I watch that, and I tried. Remember that time a couple of years ago? I tried to desensitize myself, so I kept watching that scene over and over again
No, but can you tell us
to
in
see if I
detail?
could. Never mind. Anyway,
No, I really want to hear about this scene that you tried to desensitize yourself from. I'm serious. Go ahead.
ship out of danger. Yes.
How many times did
Not
you watch
grieve, Admiral. 'Tis logical. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one. I love
Was that
it.
supposed to be a little character change? That was nice. That was good.
it? Yeah, I appreciate you telling me something I've seen over and over a couple of times. So I appreciate you going.
Just a
that-
couple?
that
Shit,
far.
I've probably seen that scene like a million times.
Did you cry every time you did it?
Every time. Remember,
Oh,
like
okay.
Salt. That's why Salty does this gag. If he wants to make me cry, he'll play that scene. You know, he'll just. You bastard.
Really?
It's logical.
Don't
It's logical.
do it, man. Why?
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the
Needs of
few.
the few.
Or the one.
Motherfucker, take it off me. Take this camera.
The one.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Are you okay? Jesus Christ.
Oh, you're
Welcome to
so mean.
Nerdfights, everybody.
You're so mean. No, Salty knows that's my kryptonite. That's my kryptonite, and he knows it.
I'm gonna play that like every time we're in person. Like anytime I see you, talk to you, if we ever do anything, not just on the show.
Oh, that's so not fair.
Not just on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do it all the time. Anytime we enter, I'm
You know,
gonna
you
find
need
your
to,
number
you need to get a
randomly.
screenshot of that right there and put that next to Kirk and Spock on like a coffee mug.
No, what we need to do is we need to redo the show and have him in the background crying while it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Rotoscope his happy ass in the background crying while it's going on. That's what we're gonna do.
Y'all are so mean. It's just beautiful. It was to this day, it's my favorite. It's the most beautiful piece of cinema ever made.
Do you cry like that? Like when the black girl hugged the dude, whatever her name is?
No,
Sam?
no.
You didn't cry. So that was just a
It's
little cry?
different.
That's
So
just a
yeah,
little-
it was like
that's a little
a single. It was
It's like a little single tear that went down. Oh, okay.
It was one of the. It's like
I
you know
guess.
that commercial from the '80s when like an Indian man sees somebody litter.
No,
and
but
just
can you
says
tell me
a
about it?
single
Can you give me the
tear.
entire?
Great references.
I don't remember that. Can you give me the entire commercial step by step, if you could, please? I'd appreciate that.
Dude, you're my age. You remember it. Don't bluff.
Yeah, but I'd like you to tell me it step. I like
No.
it when you say it. I like it when you go back and background. Like, can you tell me where you were and what friends?
Can we
were
get
around
back
and
to
what
the
happened?
episode?
I'm
please?
more
We haven't
interested
even-
in talking
you know.
about your life than I am talking about this
God.
episode. I got to be honest with you. Hey, if we do it again, will he cry again? Hold on. Is this like a special button that works? Hold on.
This is not funny. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. I will leave. Don't.
You'll cry again? You're getting teary
He's
thinking
already
about it.
crying now, thinking about
Like,
it.
yeah. It's okay. It's okay, Danny. Danny.
If you
look at me.
played just the music from that, would it do
Danny,
it?
Danny, look at me. It's okay. We're here. We're here for you, Danny. You good? You okay? Because we're here for you, buddy. You all right?
No, I'm fine. Yeah.
You're good? Okay. If you need anything, you let me know, okay?
This is why, like, people are like,
This
you
is
know,
okay.
wrestling's not real. Yeah, I know Spock didn't really die either, but give me a break. You know,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, we all know Spock didn't die, but it's okay. You can
Do
feel
you
with
cry at wrestling matches?
No.
Why
So
not?
like if in a wrestling match like Triple H, if like in a wrestling match, The Rock walked up to Triple H and they redid that scene like on the thing, would you start crying then?
Not
What
at
if they
all
played-
not at all because first of all, this is gonna be a hot take. Triple H is, because I'm a Bret Hart guy, is a scumbag piece of shit, and I hope he dies of testicular cancer, and he's lucky he didn't die from his little heart attack.
Whoa.
And The Rock is a fucking overrated piece of shit who wrestled maybe 4 or 5 years.
Okay,
He
so
comes back every once in a while to feed his own ego. You just named 2 of my least favorite wrestlers.
Okay, so
Good job there.
I was 15 the last time I watched.
Now, if you just said Bret
I just
Hart,
told you-
I don't even know who that is. I know
Go
Triple
ahead.
H. I know Triple H, Hulk Hogan.
I've ever seen Danny ever. Like all you
Bret
did was
Hart?
make a comment, and he suddenly is like, "What mother? I'll take these
Bret Hart
headphones
and
off."
who?
Dude, too much.
that's a good one. I don't know. Like so Bret Hart would definitely be my Captain Kirk. Who would be
So are
my
we really
Spock?
breaking down what WWE? I mean, this is fucking.
Well, no,
fascinating.
I
Let's
just-
get
I'm
back
really-
to Starfleet.
No, I love it.
We got people in the chat talking about Green Lantern. They're so disinterested in.
I mean, I'm fucking right there with them, man. I'm about to join the chat because I got no. I'm
Who's
really.
the other
interested.
wrestler? Come on, Bret Hart and who?
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna come to fucking where you live.
You know
Hey,
I-
speaking of the Highlander reboot,
Yeah, there's something that-
WWE champion Drew McIntyre
Oh, God,
is
shut
going
up.
to be in that movie, and
So
he's
Drew
losing his
McIntyre.
title. No, I hate Drew McIntyre. He's going to lose his title tonight. I am on this show instead of watching Drew McIntyre lose to Cody Rhodes, which I guarantee is happening right now, because he has to leave to go shoot his scenes for the Highlander
Your mom
movie.
is throwing your shade.
You should be acting on a Hallmark. Oh, Mom, that's actually sweet. That's not shade.
Okay,
Give
so,
me a
so
give me a
first
phone
off,
call.
Mom, I wouldn't let him near any Hallmark movie that ever existed. Like fucking, fucking search for Spock makes him cry. So Jesus Christ.
No, Wrath of Khan. Get it right. Wrath of Khan.
Whatever. That episode, that scene makes him cry. So a Hallmark, he would be damn near suicidal because there's some crazy shit on Hallmark movies. You cannot go near a Hallmark movie, my friend.
Look,
if me and Salty acted it out, would you cry?
No.
Okay.
You gotta understand. It's my mom's fault. She raised me. Instead of watching Saturday morning cartoons, she had the original series on VHS tapes, and we would watch. I'd watch those.
This is fascinating. Tell me more.
Let's get back to Starfleet Academy, shall we?
No, actually, I'm kind of interested in this. You cry at this scene because your mom made you watch it on VHS?
No. You interrupted me. I grew up idolizing. I thought the relationship men had was the relationship Spock and Kirk had. That was the definition of friends to me. Those two, and then she takes me to the cinema to see.
I'm with you, Salty.
What?
Buddy.
What just happened? What I missed?
Nothing. You were telling us how you like homosexual relationships. Continue on.
Keep going. Go ahead, you're good.
No, they're heterosexual life mates. There's not homosexual.
Heterosexual life mates. Okay.
Heterosexual.
I got you. I said that. I'm saying
Life mates?
So I feel like if you have to introduce yourself as a heterosexual life mate, there's probably more to it than is going on. Okay,
right,
I feel like.
Look, I actually did a lot of research for this. Can we please talk
I know
about
you've done a lot of research for this, and let's go through.
I have bullet points. I have 6 bullet points here.
Here's the
Are we
thing.
ready to talk about it?
Here's the thing. I believe you, but since this show has fucking started, I've heard about Rourke and Bork and your other fucking friend that look just like you in the comic thing. I've watched you cry at watching a scene. I've learned that your mom used to put VHSs in or VHSs, and you'd watch them. And yeah, I will fight before I ever let someone show you a Hallmark movie. I've learned that.
Yes.
You defend Kirk and Spock by calling it a heterosexual relationship. So, I mean, I have learned a shit ton about you today, Danny. And I'm here for it, honestly.
Look, Laura, all I know is I wish you would just get back on topic, please. Can you get back on topic?
Okay, I'll do that. My fellow brother in Christ. I'll be the one to do it. You got it. I'm sorry that I kept taking us off topic. I also think Salty's fucking dead. Are you okay, buddy?
So I actually what's funny is before the show started, Danny had some really good questions. Because I actually don't remember where the Q particle nonsense quantum
Did
whatever.
he leave?
No, he's there. He's there somewhere. Hopefully he
I think he left. I think he's done.
I think you might
That's what I'm saying.
Am I allowed to come back? I was feeling you guys were triggering me, so I had to step away for a minute. But if you want me to come back, I'll come back. Are we going to talk about
Danny,
the show?
put a band-aid on your vagina.
I mean, you are a host, so if you could be a part of the show, that'd be
Emphasis on
Did
the
you just
you know
say
what?
put a band-aid on my vagina?
No, hold on.
Yes,
hey,
I did.
You
hold
think
on.
I'm Raymond Reddington?
Can I
I
go
was
full
born a
screen?
man,
Can I go
baby.
full screen real quick? Danny, I sincerely apologize that we hurt your feelings to the extent that you had to leave the show. I really hate the fact that you couldn't take the shit, even though you were giving it to me when the show started, and that when you actually got some of what you were putting out, that it made you leave. So I hope you accept. No, Danny, let me finish. So I just hope this doesn't negatively impact our relationship, and I hope that I don't say anything that makes you leave again, Danny. Okay?
I love all of you guys. I just wish I could have a random naked chick run in the background of my screen.
Yeah, why do you think I don't give a fuck about a thing? Man, I live with that. That's why I don't care what happens on here. We can do whatever we want. My life's good. I don't care what the fuck happens to me. That's why I don't care what people talk about me. I get to go back to that.
Can we talk about the show again? How about the mega particle?
Yes, Mike. So thank you for bringing that up, Mike. So I just watched.
I didn't bring anything up.
No, we were talking
Oh my
about
God.
no,
He
Mike,
interrupts me
no.
again.
Look at the
He
screen.
wasn't even giving us a
Mike,
fucking
Oh,
backstory.
Mike Case. Okay,
Mike
yeah.
Case 2372. The Omega particles from a Voyager storyline is actually from the Omega Directive. I literally just finished watching that episode.
And the backstory.
I was talking to these guys in the group chat before we came on, and I wish we'd all watched it because this was straight out of that episode of Voyager. So let's get back on track and let's talk
So
about
did you
it.
just
Yeah.
give us the fucking backstory and not go anywhere with it? Like, what about the Omega Directive? Talk to us about it. What?
Okay, so
Talk to us about it.
so I forget his name, started with a K, but there was this doctor in Starfleet who worked on what's happening now. What are you doing? What are you like?
Nothing going. You're nothing.
Oh my God! If you do not finish a sentence, man, please.
No, so they introduced this particle that was kind of almost like kind of in a weird way the arc reactor, but like way more dangerous. So it's supposed to be infinite supply of power type of thing. But the problem is like in like a fraction of a second, they got it to work, but then it exploded. And not only that, it destroyed subspace for like a few light years. So no ship can travel warp through that area. And so they touched on that in this episode. And then, but in the Voyager episode, 7 of 9 is trying to harness it and stabilize it. Okay, everybody looks bored. Why do you even have me do this?
Oh my God! I was listening. If you
No,
cannot,
he's cutting the camera, and
Oh my
all of you
God.
are like,
Oh my God! If you don't finish a sentence, I
It's called
swear to
producing
God.
the show.
I
Just
swear
do
to
your
God.
thing, okay?
Swear to God. Hold on. No, hold on. Go live for me.
dude, you've seen the episode. Watch the episode. You know, Laura, I'm just touching. I'm stroking your cheek right now. Both.
How about you tell us about your best friend you were with while you were watching the episode, or just tell me what you're trying to say?
No, you know what? I was watching the episode sitting in this chair while looking at this screen by myself. No, it was so.
Fuck me, man. Fuck me. I love you.
What?
Sam. Continue on. No, keep going, please. I'm serious.
Anyway,
I swear to God, please
so
stop.
so what happens is the Omega Directive is if a Starfleet ship happens upon and censors the Omega molecule, it drops out of warp, it stops, it gets the Omega symbol, it warns it, and then they have to neutralize it or destroy it immediately. And my question is then, why didn't that happen in this that's why I said I wish I'd have watched this episode again after watching the Omega Directive. Has anybody on the panel or anybody in the comments chime in seen the episode or remember it enough to get why I'm asking that?
Well, the reason why it didn't pop up is because they obviously don't have that directive anymore since they're building it as like a weapon, is what I would assume. That would probably be why it didn't go off. It's not even me being sarcastic. I swear to God, Michael, I will come if you I just got him to finish a thought.
He's such a dork.
This is a good masculine relationship.
This is a heterosexual relationship. This right here.
You know, I'm trying to keep us on topic, you know.
So did you cry?
Are you?
Did you cry during this part?
Stay on target.
when you
Stay
saw
on
this?
target.
Did you cry when you saw this happen, or
You know, I said, you know what? I hate you guys. I just said I love you guys. I hate you guys. You guys are terrible.
I would assume that they overrode the directive if they're building it now, or there was no vessel like around it. It was a stupid directive anyway. Like if I was the Romulan Empire or the Cardassian Empire, and I found out that a ship would be disabled the moment it detected an Omega particle, you can best believe.
No, they weren't disabled. It makes them drop out of warp so they can stop and find it.
And it locks down every console until the captain overrides it. I'll bet you $100 on this.
I just watched the episode. It didn't lock down anything. They dropped out of warp, and then everybody's like, "Why did we drop out of warp?" And then the symbol comes up, and then but nothing was locked. Well, maybe it was locked up.
No. You're absolutely right. Let's do $100 to a charity. I will give $100 to a charity of your choice tonight. If I'm wrong, you will give $100 to a charity of my choice. If I'm
Make the charity me.
I have done 2 videos on this. Watched it 4 times.
Lore, Laura, you are a Star Trek aficionado, so
Yeah.
let's try to be serious for a minute.
I am
2 episodes. Hold up, no.
Hold on.
Two,
You're challenging him.
two,
and
two
you
episodes
said,
here.
let's be serious for a minute.
2 episodes here. Okay. The one we've been talking about, Voyager, the Omega Directive, and then Deep Space Nine by Inferno's Light.
Okay.
Do you remember that episode?
Yes.
Okay. So what happens in By Inferno's Light? Okay,
By
I can hear you
Inferno-
looking up. Basically, Cisco takes the
I'm pulling
Defiant
it up so that we
against
can have
orders.
conversations about it. I apologize. Would you like me
So-
not to have that up?
No, please go ahead. But I'm just saying because I'm trying to get us back on track. In this episode, Mir steals a shuttle because he wants to go save or find or get his mom, however you want to put it. Deep Space Nine by Inferno's Light, Cisco takes the Defiant to go save Worf. So and then there's I brought up earlier in our group chat, Search for Spock. Kirk and crew steal the Enterprise to go save Spock. And then what happens after that? When they come back, the Earth is they're coming back assuming they're going to get court-martialed and jailed, but at least Spock's alive. But no, the Earth is in danger and they have to save it. What happens in this episode? Shuttle gets stolen. Ake takes the ship, loses half of it. At least it doesn't get destroyed. There are some parallels to Search for Spock. Comes back, and guess what? The Federation's in peril, and only watch what happens next episode. Only they can save the Federation now, just like only Kirk and crew could save the Earth because of the whale-loving probe. So it felt Star Trek to me in that way. Again, trying to get us refocused back on the episode. As Star Trek fans, as much as whether you hate this show or not, you have to see those parallels, and I would love your thoughts on those, please.
Okay.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll say one thing. Number one, Star Treks 3 and 4 were well written. There's that. And if you're going to base an episode off a classic episode of Trek, don't make it one of the dumbest episodes of Trek. Because the Omega Directive was absolutely one of the dumbest episodes of Trek.
Qualify that, sir. Why?
Okay, I'll give you one line from the episode that can absolutely quantify why this is the dumbest episode of Trek. Let's see, where is it? Ketersek managed to synthesize a single molecule particle of Omega, but it only existed for a fraction of a second before it's destabilized. Now, do you know the difference between an atom, a molecule, and a particle?
Me? No, I do
Okay.
not.
Well,
Educate me, dear sir.
okay.
Oh, please, God, tell us about everything to do with
Yeah,
molecules.
well, don't worry.
things.
So
I-
water is a
deep.
molecule. Okay.
We're talking about water. This is fantastic.
No.
Shut up, Lore! I'm trying to get educated here.
I'm excited about being educated about science shit. I'm happy about it.
Hold
I'm
on.
glad we're doing it.
So water is a molecule. Water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen atoms.
See? It's getting
Hydrogen
better.
and oxygen are made of protons, neutrons, and electrons that are particles. They're saying that Omega is all three of those things interchangeably, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
So that's your problem with the
No,
episode?
I'm just saying that one line kind of shows how much thought went into this. Zero. They just said, what can we do that's, better than the Prime Directive? The Omega Directive. And it's
No, they weren't saying it was better. They were saying it supersedes it because even Tuvok says,
right.
because I just
So
watched
it's
this episode.
better. It's more Prime
not
than
better.
Prime.
Did you watch the episode?
Did you just watch it?
Yeah, did you see
This
it?
week?
Yeah.
Hey, so how about hegemony? Do you guys remember what happened in that?
Yes.
Strange New Worlds?
Yeah.
So Pike, in defiance of orders, takes a shuttle to go save his girlfriend. In Enterprise, augments. Archer steals a Klingon ship to prevent a war. in Lower Decks Crisis. Like, I'm just saying that, like, they're
Okay, but I get what you're saying, because you know what? There's an episode of Hogan's Heroes
oh
where
my god,
Colonel
we're not talking
Klink is
about Hogan's
ordered
Heroes.
to execute Hogan, but doesn't. I'm just saying, just because people disobeyed orders and they go off on some
Picard
adventure
and
they come
Riker
back
steal a
later.
shuttle in season 3 to go save Jack and Beverly Crusher. I'm just saying, like, sure, they're
How
going
many
back.
shuttle? How many? Loci stole a shuttle, and let that be your last battlefield. So
I mean,
what?
everybody stole shuttles. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
that's
well,
the
yeah,
most
no.
common thing.
Apparently, are really easy to steal.
Apparently so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like at one point Kirk and Spock like hugged, and then Sam hugged whatever the fuck Caleb. So that was something that happened too. Do not look like I'm the stupid one. You guys have been sitting here saying, "Well, this happened in one episode and that happened in another episode." Do not
anyways,
act like I'm the fucking stupid
Back,
one.
I mean, we're losing viewers here. So back to the episode.
I want.
Remember,
Yeah,
I
now we're
texted you guys. What did I text you guys yesterday when I was watching it?
Now we're waiting.
I texted you the exact moment I cried. Remember?
Yes.
You guys remember? Yeah. Let's talk about that moment.
First time you cried was when he
talking about
when he
when
found his
Sam
mom's
hugged?
messages. I thought, right?
No. 30 minutes, 17 seconds. It's when his mom's holding the knife to the throat and she's looking into his eyes, and you can literally see. I guess they probably did it with computer effects. Her pupils get bigger because she realizes she's looking into the eyes of her son. That wrecked me, dude. That's what got me. That was, as a mama's boy,
Good scene.
that wrecked me. It was a good scene. Yeah. So let's talk about the.
think
There
you
were
would
good
call-
things here. We don't have to be doomcock. We don't have to hate all over this. This isn't like a bukkake hate fest.
You know what? I'm not complaining about the fact that the majority of the cast is not white men.
We
I'm
haven't
not
even
doom
talked.
cock.
We haven't even talked about this episode at all. I don't even know.
I keep trying. I really
I've
do.
talked about a couple of things with this episode. I think this episode was crap because this whole episode would be brilliant to set up a season about trying to rescue the Federation from this trap.
Here's the
I
disconnect.
agree.
Here's
I
the
do agree with
disconnect.
that.
Here's the disconnect. I think for you and Salty and probably me, Danny, is that. And I was thinking about this today actually. So you're looking at like the individual scenes and the impacts on the characters, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's really not what I'm watching when I'm watching it. I'm watching it for more the full Star Trek or the full Star Trek experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, it's not as impactful to me because I don't come to it for those emotional beats. And I'm not saying it's wrong that you are there for those emotional beats. I just think that that's where kind of the disconnect is happening. Because when I look at it, it's fine. I think it's an actual Star Trek episode, or could be, but I don't know that there's a lot that adds to it. I also don't think that the molecule that they're using is as apocalyptic as people make it out to be. Right. So if all of these things went off, and they went off, first off, if they went off all over Federation space, that's a buffer zone. You're kind of doing a little bit of a favor because no one is ever going to be able to invade. But beyond that, it's still you can still go through it. You just
Let me
cannot
push
use.
back on
So
you.
what was this called? Omega 47 or something? Like, because so in Voyager
A
it was
synthetic version of Omega, although Omega was
Yeah.
synthetic in the original. But
no, it was made no
because
because
they created it in a lab. That's the definition.
no
of synthetic.
no 7 of 9 talks about okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah,
All right,
I'm not
so-
I'm not a
Why did you stop
science
talking?
guy.
Why
But-
did you
but
stop
no, but
talking when the camera
here's-
was on?
But this is what I want to push back
Okay.
on what Laura was saying as far as the effective trap. Because, same scene, another line from Janeway, Omega destroys subspace. A chain reaction involving a handful of molecules could devastate subspace throughout an entire quadrant.
Quadrants. And
So
they
I
would
don't-
never be able to
So
warp
that
out of
means
the delta.
if those
Yeah.
went off, if those mines went off, not only would it trap the Federation, there would no longer be warp travel anywhere.
Anywhere near it, because
No,
they said in
anywhere,
the,
period.
no,
It
no,
would-
not anywhere. Period. Because
If a
the
few molecules could take out a quadrant, there are thousands of them.
no. I just watched the episode. There were over 100. She said there were over 100. There were over 100 molecules they found.
Okay.
They came across
It's
over 100
more than a handful.
Well, yeah.
Okay, if a handful goes off, it would devastate an entire quadrant.
No.
That's
she
the
said.
quote. That's Janeway. I just
Hey,
quoted you.
Salty. he's seen the episode.
Oh, that's
Fuck
true.
you. You know what?
So I'm going to push back a little bit. Omega destroys subspace. A chain reaction involving a handful of molecules could devastate subspace throughout an entire quadrant. If that were to happen, it'd become impossible. Spacefaring civilization as we know it would cease to exist. Yeah, that's pretty devastating, isn't it?
Yeah. So what would happen if they set off? So, but that's what I'm saying. Why are they calling this Omega 47 though? That was like, Laura, you're
Variant
like
number
this is
47.
okay.
Well, remember, we're watching the same episode you're watching. Like, Lore has no secret information other than maybe an understanding of what the Omega thing was. But like everything they introduced in this, that's the first time we're all seeing it. So we have to kind of
because Omega's been it was introduced in Voyager.
No, but what I'm saying is the elements that they're talking about, the fact that it's this is a new version of it, how it's being used and weaponized, those are unique elements to this storytelling. Why? Because they just want to do whatever they want to do.
And I almost wonder, like, so the spheres they're holding it in to stabilize it, did they get that from the Borg? Because 7 of 9, remember, like she said, like for 3.2 seconds I saw perfection because it stabilized itself.
Well, that's maybe because Omega. I would think of it this way: like there's isotopes of various atoms and molecules.
Oh,
So
Jesus Christ.
helium-3 is an isotope of helium. It's not the same as helium-1 or
This
helium-2.
is
Right.
Well,
Can you tell us more about it, Salty?
Omega
I'm
40
so false.
Laura, shut up! I'm actually interested in this. God damn it!
The people we're losing aren't, though. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that I think that Omega 47 is just an isotope of Omega that maybe is a little more stable. And so that's why it doesn't disintegrate after a couple of.
You know what really pissed me off? So on my Google feed, because Google knows me, I have a Pixel, knows me so well. So if I swipe to the right, I'll get all like a feed of like news and shit that's supposed to be relevant to me. Some idiot on a website somewhere said this was a reference to Galaxy Quest, and I'm like, you clearly are not a Star Trek fan.
So
this was a reference to Voyager.
Just so you know, just because none of this actually matters. Paris, this is from the actual episode that I don't know if you've seen it or not, Danny, if you've watched it recently, but it says, hold on, Paris, hold on, I just lost all my sensor readings. The computer's bringing up some kind of message, but I can't access it. You'd better take a look at this.
Yes, no, I remember that part because all it put up was the Omega symbol, like on all the screens.
So
it locked everything up, and yeah.
You just had an argument with me saying it didn't lock everything up. Like we were about to do a bet on it.
No, I didn't say no, dude. I'm just saying it dropped it out of warp, and
It dropped it out of warp and locked all the consoles.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm raiding my roommate's liquor cabinet. I'll be back.
Dude, I want to raid your roommate's liquor cabinet too. We'll do it together, good friend.
And yes, we're all Voyager all the time, apparently, on the show. Yeah. This does seem to be the Voyager Voyager coded show. The one thing I did, I actually really appreciated because again, it was entertaining. Even if it's crazy as hell half the time they're doing it. I was like, did anybody know that Jet Reno like was worth a damn other than just engineering? Like she suddenly can pilot and do all kinds of cool stuff. And I'm like,
that's most.
You know, she's my kind of man hating dyke. I actually liked her in this episode.
No, it's chill.
Wow.
Whatever. We're on the nerd fights. I don't like misogyny is what we do. So anyway,
speaking of misogyny, do you think you could have that Asian come back and
I don't know. Can you give us a
make
story
another
about
appearance?
How you with us?
You know, it's like
wow.
I don't care if it wasn't against YouTube terms of service. I'd have her come back. You think I'm ashamed of that? I love it. I wish I could show her off all the time. I don't fucking care.
Wow, guys.
But you're correct. Yes, I have a skinny Asian that walks around in her underwear.
I'm sorry. I got to stop making jokes. And I look. In all seriousness, I apologize for making these jokes about guys. Don't worry. I'm not gonna drink. Like I apologize. I just got like 3 text messages from people who got mad at me about that joke.
Danny, we weren't worried.
Okay.
Yeah, I could give a fuck. I got to be honest with you. No, I'm joking.
No, the correct. See, that's one of my pet peeves. You couldn't, because if you could, then you could. The correct way to say it is you couldn't care less. You couldn't.
No, but he actually could care less.
Well,
He's right.
there you
is
go.
a possibility.
All right.
Yeah.
He's just not
His way of
affording
saying
you
that
the
he
full
does
level
care.
cares that he has. So we're good.
Oh, Street
Street
Preacher.
Preacher. Missed you guys. Hello, Street
Love
Preacher.
you
Nice to meet
too,
you.
brother. Such a good
So
fan.
part of my big issue with this episode, I saw these guys' points when he says that it seems like there's a whole lot of like this should have been moved or whatever else, and I do see a version of the show where that would have been the smoother move. But at the end of the day, right now, my biggest concern is that they seem to want to hedge or bet on us believing the relationship between these characters. I do not. The minute they start following to the shuttle, I'm just like, wait. How did they stumble? Like, it was the most contrived getting them there, and the student stuff I don't care enough about because they've never made me care.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, Caleb and his mom come together. The show becomes electric because it's the only reason that it does. The only reason it does, and I'm willing to concede this, is that it is the oldest plot thread that we have actually had to sit with. Now, mind you, they didn't do much with it during the season, but it's the only thing that has any measure of time.
Can you bring that comment back up?
And let me express a thought because you're jumping in, and I actually want to talk about the show, so everybody who doesn't can fuck right off. Now, that being said, when they're doing that level of work and all the kids don't mean anything, then your YA show is failing. The fact is, the only glimmering pieces of like shining moments in this series have been the things that were actually Star Trek, the things that connected, the things that suddenly made sense. And then all of a sudden, every time they try to shove this YA nonsense into the Star Trek shell, the show falls on its face. And because the thing is, they can tell you, hey, you're supposed to feel something about this. But if they're not showing me anything, why do I care? Like, genuinely, why do I care?
So, Dorkknight, do you like the fact that he'll jump down our throats, but if Salty interrupts him, everything's okay? Do you like that?
Oh, I mean, Mr.
I
Know-It-All. You guys ever watch or read The Walking Dead? He's my Negan. He can slide that big thing down my throat anytime he wants.
We're talking about the Star Trek.
I haven't watched that, but you know one thing I have
a very heterosexual way.
A very heterosexual thing. I haven't watched that, but I have watched the Omega Directive, and you know an interesting line they have in the Omega Directive? Chakotay, I have no idea. My command codes aren't working. The computer says I have insufficient clearance to access the message. We can't function like this. I'm going to get Harry up here to trace the source. I have seen that.
Dude, you know what? You know what's funny? Watching that episode reminded me how much I freaking hate Harry Kim. I never liked that dude. He was so annoying. How is he one of the senior staff? Like when she tells Chakotay to bring the senior staff in, and I see Harry Kim, who's been gossiping the whole episode.
He's Janeway's whipping boy.
I don't know, man. I like.
He's an ensign after 7 years.
What a throwaway character.
He plays Danny.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying. He likes to sit there and be on the thing and be ordered around once in a while. It sounds an awful lot like you, sir.
And he likes taking it from an older woman.
I didn't know that was there.
Janeway enters the room. Don't do anything. I'll take care of this. She clears the symbol from the screens. Access returns to the ship.
Kim's job, Street Preacher, was to be a whiny, gossipy, little annoying bitch.
I thought it was
and
operations.
I cannot.
Yeah, he was operations.
Yeah, he was out.
I know. Well, yeah, but
Sorry, for those of us who actually know the show and don't have to see it recently to know the show, he was ops.
And
Wow.
Kim, by the way, saved the ship more than just about any other officer on the show.
He was also the only one to get an STD.
And
That actually happened. He got an STD.
Let's not forget that Kim actually died and was replaced for the Kim from another universe.
What?
He was,
Yeah, that actually.
How did I miss this?
yeah.
So it was. You may not remember.
We are talking about like a 30-year-old TV show.
So it was an episode. It was an episode where they hit some kind of subspace anomaly or something, and it split the Voyager in two. But they were connected via their warp core, which means they couldn't leave. And the Vidians attacked the ship. And no, that wasn't that part. So because the ship was damaged and stuff, he literally went into space and died.
Yeah, Kim got sucked out into space, but then the Kim from the other Voyager managed to get onto their Voyager before.
Yeah, he was actually a hero. He went and saved the child and everything.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of like a Tasha Yar from yesterday's Enterprise type of thing.
So we got a good Kim, and with the old Kim such trash, they were just like, we're good.
Yeah, get rid of that.
They ever addressed
Yeah.
him, or did they literally?
They
treat it
actually,
like, nope.
so,
give me a
yeah,
civil
so
treatment.
I mean, it's Voyager, so the next episode, no one talks about it. But at the end, they do make a joke about it. They're like, haha, the other guy's dead. You have a couple more memories. He didn't. It's a part of the job. Anyway,
Wow.
Speaking of memories, that I actually kind of thought it was really cool when Sam was talking about how she was thinking about old her and how like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Note already covered that. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good. It's okay. Don't worry, you're good.
But you know what I think really ties.
Oh,
I,
I'm not talking about that. I'm
yeah.
not talking about that.
I do want to talk about one thing that you mentioned earlier, Dork, which is, and
No, I'm talking about the comment.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but
please.
but this goes back to what you were saying, where you're saying how it does kind of tie back to previous iterations of Star Trek. So this episode featured the omega particle molecule thing, and while they were dealing with this, they kidnapped Genesis. While in prior Star Trek, they stole the Genesis device.
You know, it's funny. They name dropped the Genesis